Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Nate Ivy with you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Many things to discuss this morning. Plus, I got a special guest that is, looks like she's trying to zoom in right now to tell you about an upcoming event that I've been talking about. Beam me up. Hey, Tanya, can you hear me backstage? Can you hear me just wave? I think she can, yeah. I think she can. We can go straight to it. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Please lift us up this morning, family, and like and in particular share today's show. Again, when you share the show, more people see it. More people see us. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. What's up? Well, we got the first day of the PG Sittenfeld trial out of the way, and now we start to get into the meat and potatoes. I'll tell you what to expect today and perhaps throughout the rest of the week. That's coming up. Looks like there's going to be a gas tax holiday. Maybe. And I might save you some time on Netflix this morning. So a few of the things I want to talk about. 513-873-7134. But see, first let me see if I can get my guest in. Hey, good morning, Tanya. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Nathan. Thank you for having me. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. You said excited, huh? Oh, boy.
Yeah,
There might be too much pressure to live up to. Not excited.
no, it's the best show ever. It really
Oh,
is.
man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, since I think Friday, I've been talking about the Black economic empowerment market, but that's your event, correct?
Yes, it's. I like to think of it as an event, but it's more of a lifestyle. Okay, because we're
Okay.
gonna start June 24th. We're gonna go through October the 30th, and then we have plans to move selected vendors into the building over the weekends so that they can continue to um, have multiple streams of income.
Okay. I like the way that sounds. So tell us about Beam. Tell us all about it. Tell us
So,
and give us the when and the where.
okay, so the win is this Friday, June 24th, starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be at the Marva Collins Preparatory School campus at 7855 Don Street in Roseline. Okay, so it's going to be there every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Fridays, 11 to 7, Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All are welcome. They pay $25 and they bring their own tables and chairs or booths or whatever it is they have. All merchandise is welcome except for illegal things. Okay. But
I know that's
we
right.
want everybody that are creatives, that are repurposing furniture, making jewelry, whatever it is that you do to provide a lifestyle that you desire for you and your family. I want to give all of our vendors, our food trucks, an opportunity to have a consistent place where they could be weekly. Sometimes they'll go off and they'll be at the jazz festival or they'll be at the Black family reunion or other pop-up events. But I think it's very important, to have a place where you're going to be on the regular. My daughter-in-law has a product called Mommy the Natural. It's a hair care line, and she's been delivering it until the gas went up so astronomically. And so for her to be at the market on Saturdays from 10 to 2, that will allow her customers.
You still there, Tanya? I think we lost Tanya. Hold on. I think we lost Tanya. Yeah, I think we did. Tanya, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but if you can, just I would just disconnect and then reconnect because something is certainly going on. She got all froze up on her end of things, but I'll wait for her. We're still here, Tanya. Call us right back, and we'll put you straight back on. She's talking about the Black economic empowerment market. Looks like she's coming back. Hey, good morning, Tanya. Yeah, she's having some technical difficulties. You know, as I've just learned it over the years, that people have different levels of connectivity. So sometimes these things happen. So bear with us, audience, and I hope to get her. I hope to get her on real soon. All right. Love what she's doing. Love what she's doing. Love being a part of putting the word out there. And as she said, if you repurposing furniture, or you got something that you're selling, or you've got some other type of business, and you got like physical items, consider being a part of their Black Economic Empowerment Market. And you'll have opportunities starting this Friday, all the way through October, all the way through October. So yeah, plenty of time for you. You know what I'm saying? That hot weather season. And I think we've got her back. Are you back with us, Tanya? I think she is. I can see her. Can you see us, Tanya?
All right. So I think I'm back, but I'm not sure.
You are back.
Okay.
You are back.
I think I needed to close some of my windows. I've been working on this project, and I had probably too many windows open.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Good morning to you.
Good morning again. And so I look at the Black Economic Empowerment Market as an opportunity for African Americans like myself and other people, but I'm specifically talking to our group because of the highest level of child poverty in the nation, in this city. I'm not going to say the highest. I think we're like second or third. One of the highest rates of infant mortality. There's a lot going on good here. Like we have the best one of the second best libraries, the second best children's hospital. But at where we have the second best children's hospital, we also have high rates of juvenile diabetes and asthma and other things right around that hospital. So I'm saying all this to say that I believe we can solve a lot of problems with increasing the economics in the Black community. And I wanted to make it affordable for people who are vendors or that have products or that just maybe get a ticket, can't afford to pay it, and have to go in their little purse room and bring some of those bags out, So that's what's going on with the Black Economic Empowerment Market.
Okay.
It's creating a space where African Americans have a fair opportunity to create income for themselves.
Okay. I like it. And again, for people who are interested, it kicks off this weekend. And if they want to get a table, how do they get in contact with you?
So they can call me on my phone. It's a public number, has been years, 513-830-4206. That's my phone number. Right now, what am I saying? People are cash apping me at $ Madame Dumas, MADAME They're just cash apping the $25. They can pay when they get there. And I worked really hard the 30 days doing advertising around to a lot of the festivals over Juneteenth weekend, contacted a lot of vendors, put the cards and the information in their hands. I'm doing everything I can, but this is a joint effort. So anybody that wants to be involved, I'm looking at them like partners. And that is one of the reasons that the LLC that I created is called the BEAM Group, the Black Economic Empowerment Group, because eventually they'll be looking for people that want to invest in the market as things move along. Right now, we're good, but I would like to grow this business and make it a staple in our community.
Okay. All right, Tanya. Well, listen, I appreciate your time this morning, and thanks for coming on. And again, it kicks off June 24th and it goes through October the 30th. Is that correct?
That is correct. And people want to know, like, well, what if it rains? If it rains, you can come back the next, no problem. If it's raining and you can't get set up this weekend. Another thing I want to say before, I don't want to take too much of your time. We are promoting youth entrepreneurship as it relates to our children being second or third in the country as far as child poverty is concerned. We are promoting youth. So on Saturdays, the first 10 children that get there and they're ready to go, they have their products, they are to be able to set up for free every Saturday. And I'm going to teach them, I'm going to give them the top 10 rules in entrepreneurship. So you're going to get like a free little entrepreneurship class.
Okay. All right. Great. I love to hear it. Again, they can contact you directly at 513 830-4206. Now we're on Facebook right now. We're like on social media. Can people
Oh
find
yeah,
you
I
on
have a Facebook.
Can people find you on Facebook? And if so, what's your Facebook handle? Is it just your name?
It's just my name, Tanya Demas, and there are a couple of them. So it is the one that has it doesn't have my face on it. This one just has like a graphic design. I had to stop using my face because they kept stealing my page. Yeah. So
Okay. Well, Tanya, thank you for your time, and I'll be promoting. And I
thank
wish
you.
you the
You're the
best with it.
best. And my husband, Davray Dumas, listens to your show every day, and he really has a great deal of respect for what you do and for your audience. Your audience is wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much, and props to your husband. I appreciate it. He's a chopper, huh? I appreciate it.
Yeah, he is a chop.
All right. Have a great day,
Right.
Tanya.
You too. Bye bye.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Good morning to you all. So make sure you check that out. That's June 24th. That's coming up this Friday through October the 30th, the Black Economic Empowerment Market. And they endeavor to be the largest the largest inner city outdoor flea market. You can contact Tanya. You just heard from her at 513-830-4206. Good morning, my friends. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. A little bit of a late start this morning, but I'm here nonetheless and ready to talk. Ready to talk as we get ready for. I guess this is really day two of the PG Sittenfeld trial. I saw the images of him going into the courtroom with his wife yesterday. Yesterday was mostly jury selection, and we got some indication of the witness list. It's going to be a who's who of individuals that'll be hitting the stand. Some for the prosecution, and then some will be character witnesses for PG Sittenfeld. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out as it gets played out. And we'll find out with updates every single day. So oral arguments are set to happen later this morning as both sides start to make their appeals to the jury. And I appreciated when we had Steve Gooden on because he could have played the extremes of either side, right? But I think that he was fair, and I perceive him being honest in his opinion about it. It's like there's a lot of gray area. And again, I read over the documents myself. I remember I had to go back and freshen my brain because it's been a minute since I saw that stuff. And it just seems to be a gray area there. And perhaps this trial or whatever happens afterward will shed some light. You know what I'm saying? Make things a little bit more black and white and concrete as to city council and their relationship with developers. I like the idea of council members not being able to, have interactions with people that have business before the city because it opens the door for them to be influenced and door for perceptions. It opens the door for perception. So I think that's a step in the right direction, but I'll be waiting to see if this leads to any more reforms that we see from city council. We'll wait and see. It's going to be drama. It's going to be drama. Somebody was in here talking about a hashtag PG go to jail, Brian Shrive. I mean, especially in some of these Twitter spaces, some of these social media spaces, it's going to be 100% drama. It's already been drama. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't been watching this shit over the last couple of years, man, it's already been drama. Black Russia and his crew, it's already been drama. So I could tell you. So now that this is going on, I'm sure it's going to be even more drama. So we shall see. Will we get like the what's what on the inner workings, like the soft underbelly of how things really happen in the city? You know what I'm saying? Is the dirt going to hit the courtroom floor, so to speak? I don't know. Depends on which way it goes, I think. So we shall see. Good morning to you. 513-873. I'm here. 7134. You don't need to see this mug. Good morning to you. Cleopatra Jones writes, lock PG up like they did Denard. You know what? There was definitely a difference in the way that Tamaya Denard was treated and the way that PG Sittenfeld was treated. And I would even say Jeff Pastor. When it was Tamaya Denard, it seems like it was a day or so between when the story broke and when she had to turn herself in. Remember all this shit? I'll never forget this shit, man. I mean, it seemed like it was like that. Now, of course, she's out now and living her best life as much as she can and doing her thing. But it seemed like I perceive there being a difference in the way. Just maybe it's just my perception, but I don't think so. But I perceive there being a difference. It seemed like with Tamaya Denard, there was this urgency, and she must step down. And then the prosecutor get involved. If she doesn't step down, it was kind of like this countdown. If she doesn't step down in a certain amount of time, well, then we're gonna roll down on her. And I'm like, you ain't see none of that with PG. You ain't see none of that. And I saw more of it. Well, you didn't really see that with Jeff Pastor, in my opinion, either. So what was that all about? Oh no. Um, well, and the other thing I say, Cleopatra, she writes lock PG up like they did Tenard. Maybe it might come down to that. You do the crime, you do the time. Although the difference so far in those cases is that Tamaya Denard pled guilty. She pled guilty, got a plea, I believe. Boom. Started doing her time. And now she's home. To this point, PG Sittenfeld, like Jeff Pastor, is maintaining his innocence. So, I'm gonna sound boring. I'm gonna say the same thing. Innocent until proven guilty. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Crystal writes, "Good morning. What up, David?" They all do the same thing as when it comes to fundraising. Do they all do the same thing? I don't know if that's fair to say they all use the tactics that PG Sittenfeld used. There's been some write-ups in the local newspaper that suggest that people are going to come forward and testify that PG was basically, how they felt. And I guess maybe perhaps the implication is they're going to say they felt like, they had to contribute. That's the way he couched it. So we shall see. It's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. Until we get more information. Tabitha writes, good morning. Let's chop it up. Let's do that. Here it is. Are y'all following the hashtag PG go to prison on Twitter? Take a photo of you with a cheese coney or a three-way and tag PG in the hashtag. Brian Shriver is different. Is that what Brian Shriver is doing? I mean, hey, it is what it is. I haven't seen it. That's hilarious. What up, Roots Tafari? What's up, Martise? Good to see you. Roy writes, they're coming at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Is that right? Okay. Tabitha writes, I'm interested in renting a table, Miss Dumas. Absolutely. So if you're interested, let me flash her number on the screen again. Boom, there it is. 513-830-4206. Contact Tanya today and reserve your seat. I love the idea of it. People love those flea markets too. When you're in the mood you kind of walk through and you're looking for some little gems, or sometimes at flea markets, man, you get that feeling of serendipity, right? You get that feeling of serendipity where it's kind of like you end up finding something that you really, really wanted, that you didn't know that you really needed, and all this kind of stuff. You had no idea. You just kind of walk into it. Those are the best flea market moments. Those are the best. Or when you find some gems, you know what I'm saying? That's always good too. But again, give her a call, 513-830-4206. Today's show is also brought to you by our friends over at Wing Champ, the undisputed champion of all wings. Their website, 3ws.originalwingchamp.com. Check them out for the full menu. They got a nice spread. I've heard nothing but great things. I've yet to be there, but everyone I've talked to about it said great things about it. We're taking a family real soon. And I think that'll be the site for our first chopper get-together since COVID. Since COVID, really. You can call ahead for pickup and or delivery. And if interested, you can also pick up your Creamalicious brand ice cream. Check them out for lunch or for dinner, or maybe you've got an event. You want to take your staff out. Check them out. They're in beautiful Sharonville, Ohio. All right, check them out. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, let's get into it. Yes. What is that now? Good morning, Jane. Good to see you. What up, Sean? Sean from Atlanta. Sean from Atlanta. What's up, Brenda? Good morning. Let me see. Jared writes, good morning. Hashtag team and I. Letty writes the injustice system between black women and black men and white men. Both men should be able to go to prison time like Denard. Um, do you think that's what it was? It was something. Ooh-wee. Dang on it. Mm. You think that's what it was? She said the injustice system between black women and black men and white men. Um, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think it's all of that. I think it's all of that. Plus, I think, Tamaya Denard is down there talking about how she don't need to be white splained and, she on that strong sister type shit. And then some people in this city take offense to that kind of stuff, especially when it's coming from a woman. So it could have given all of that. But a point needs to be made that I do remember a difference in how they were treated. Charles Rice, shit, they was on Pastor's ass to step down from council. Pastor had initially stated he wasn't stepping down. That was until he felt that pressure. That was correct. You're right. Yeah. I was even told by some people close to him, close to, through the grapevine, so to speak, that he was going to fight it out. And when they told me that shit, I was like, mm-hmm. Um, how is Jeff Pastor? How is Jeff Pastor? Hope he's doing well, man. Keep your head up, bro. Keep your head up. That's all I can say. Roy writes, if Denard did not want to go to jail, she should not have pled guilty, pleaded guilty. Um, I had the pleasure of meeting Ms. Dumas over the weekend working on my family rehab. I'll definitely be set up at the flea market. Let's fill the desert. Okay, I love that. I love that. Letty writes, absolutely. Marisha writes, good morning. Good to see you. Sorry, tight to 9 o'clock on the wrong page. Oh, okay. I didn't understand. I thought you were saying that's when the PG Sittenfeld trial opens up. So we still see. I mean, like I said, it's a who's who of people that's on the witness list. Some big time names. I haven't read some very influential local people are going to be um, testifying as character witnesses on behalf of a PG Sittenfeld. We'll find out. I don't know the makeup of the jury. I do know some of the folks are from outlying counties. We'll have to wait and see. Like, what's the rural view, the rural Ohio view of PG Sittenfeld? I don't know. Like I said, it could come down to likability. Do I like this person? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're going to have if the gloves don't fit, you must have quit moment. I'm not sure if that's appropriate, but we'll find out. Like I said, drama, and more drama. Letty writes, black men are paid more than black women in the same position, and white men are paid more than black men with the same position. In many other cases, black women are treated unfairly versus black men and white men. Okay. I hear you. Greg writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Good morning to you. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. I haven't even reached out to Tamaya Denard for an interview. I just wanted to give her some space. I didn't want to be that kind of dude. As soon as she come home, I'm all in her ear, trying to get her on. But I'll reach out here shortly, see if she's available to come on and talk about the last couple of years, because I'm sure everybody want to hear. Everybody want to hear. I can tell because I can see what people are posting when she posts something on Facebook. Just kind of reading through the responses. She got a lot of support out there still, and I'm glad to see it. I'm very happy to see you. Good morning, Lannis. Good morning, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Gas prices continue to be a pain in a you know what. I just filled up the other day and it's literally painful. Like, I'm feeling pain. Like, gosh, I'm looking at all this money going out the door. And all I can do is, remember back in the days, right, when I first started driving and gas was so cheap. I find myself looking back a lot these days. And everybody's been looking at the Biden administration like, do something, Joe Biden, do something about the gas. And so it's been reported that our president has been considering a pause to the gas tax. Now it's being reported. That's very, very hot. Don't burn yourself. Good morning. Am I gonna be able to play with the controller? No. No. You're silly. I'm on the air, man. Can I finish what I'm doing? I will get you. I'll get you. I can't promise today. No, not sure if I'm going to that store today. I don't know. He trying to put me on the line with on the air. I guess kids think that means something. Anyway, so now it's being proposed, or now it's being reported that Joe Biden will call on Congress to pause the gas tax for the next 3 months. I read in separate reports that that could save us. I don't know, 25 cents on a gallon, something like that. 18% on the 18 cents on a gallon, 24 cents for diesel. I mean, okay, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. I'll take the 18 cents. I mean, at this point, I'll take whatever I can get. That means off 10 gallons, you saving me $1.80. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Is that going to make a difference? Like, is that going to change the way, people are perceiving Joe Biden? Probably not. Probably not. But, if you want your president to do something, he's doing something. Still got to get through Congress. And people got to remember, Congress is 2 chambers. You've got House of Reps, and then you got the Senate. All expectations is this proposal will be passed by the House of Representatives. Now, will it get through the Senate? I don't know. I don't know. That's a tougher sell. We'll have to find out. Y'all want to chip in and buy me an electric car? That's hilarious. Pamela Rice Jr. wanted the choppers to be a witness to your answer. Right. Kids will do anything to get what they want, man. They'll do any damn thing. I'm like, boy, that's not going to work. You should know me better than that. We don't do that. I remember when I was a kid, I would try to do stuff like that, like put my mother on the spot when people was around. It never worked. It never worked. Back in the days when we was rolling all day on $5 worth of gas, I remember those days. I do remember those days. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, comrade.
What up? Black Russia.
No,
good morning.
Not a whole lot. Good morning. Heading down to Potter Stewart Courthouse right now for day 2. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
I hear you.
Go down here and check.
Heading down today. Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm not going every day.
Are you going to be able to stay through all the proceedings for the whole day, or?
Yeah, I've scheduled out time.
Okay.
To do so, because I'm really interested.
Okay.
So they supposed to open the statements this morning. And then first witness out the box is Kevin Flynn.
I know. I read that, and I'm like,
that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Of all people, they're gonna be
well,
there all day long.
I don't think he's gonna say.
That man can
I don't
talk.
think so. He can talk. Well, politicians can talk. Period.
That man can talk verbose.
But it should be interesting. Hey, I wanted to bring something to your attention about the gas prices. Like, I was reading also that although they might do the federal gas tax holiday, that money goes to fixing the streets. So, like, basically, we're going to pay that on the backside. We're not going to get a net gain or a net discount on gasoline when it's all said and done.
When you say we, you mean like the government is?
No, I'm talking about the consumers. The consumers aren't going to see any net discount.
Well, I mean,
because if you knock it down a quarter, short term, I mean, you're not going to be able to pay for the roads and the bridges. That means you're going to pay for more on the back end.
Well, how are we going to pay for more on the back end? I mean, you might go to the overall national debt. That's what I read. But I think we got some wiggle room. I just read an article before I came on the air. I think there's a little bit of wiggle room in the debt or something like that I read. So basically what you're saying is it's not going to make a difference.
It's not, I mean, short term, like maybe for a couple weeks, once they get it popping. But, yeah, I mean, we'll add to the deficit. It pays for roads and bridges in the streets. I mean, municipalities are going to want to raise your taxes to fix the stuff. because the federal they gonna get money for the federal government to fix it from the gas tax.
You just can't be happy. You ain't. There's nothing Joe Biden could do that would satisfy you. So before
So
this,
there
you
is
was the same person.
Just one thing.
No. I asked you. I was like, so I mean, what you want the president to do? You said do something. You said do something.
I want him.
Now he's
to
doing
pass
something,
House.
and you gonna tell us that ain't gonna have an impact. He can't
That
win
ain't gonna
for
have no
losing
impact.
with you.
But he could pass House Bill 6858. But the Democrats are holding it up in
What
the
is
House.
House Bill 6858?
It goes to the overall energy consumption of the United States. It's a package that includes more drilling. It includes lifting the regulations so that these lands can get the permits they need to drill, and it gets us off Saudi and Russian oil. Look it up. Google it. I saw a
I'm looking
debate
at it
between
right
Steny
now.
Hoyer. Yeah, Steve Scalise and Steny Hoyer were debating it probably about a week ago, and I watched the debate. And it was evident that this bill, written by the Republicans, wasn't going to get a fair hearing in the House. They debated it and shot it down, the Democrats. So if the Democrats really want to do something, and Joe Biden really want to do something, they push House Bill 6858. That's the overall plan.
I mean, I'm glad you had a response and all. I give you props for that. But
I keep one.
But before, I mean, it's real easy to say pass House Bill 6858, but I think we would have to really read it and understand what the impact is. Because that sounds good and all, but a lot of shit that sound good ain't good for you.
Well, you should read it. You should talk about it. Get up on it.
I may. But like I said,
all
Biden
right.
can't win for losing. First, you was like, he ain't doing nothing. And then as soon as he do something, you like, oh, that ain't enough. He can't win for losing with you.
Hey, he can pass House Bill 6858. Go ahead and check it out, and I'll get back with you on the comrade.
Okay, great. Appreciate the call.
I'll keep it short. Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. And they said Jordan Poole gonna cost $100 million to Golden State to keep.
Who? Jordan Poole, $100
Jordan
million?
Poole. Yeah, it's contract time for him.
Well, that's the other thing about Golden State is that they got the highest payroll in the league. They pay for them championships.
Right. Oh yeah, like the Yankees.
They pay for those championships. Like, you got to invest in players. I mean, what's the dude's name? Wiggins is making $35 million a year.
Right. He gonna want more too. Yeah, he was important.
They don't win without him. He locked up Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he shut Jason Tatum down. Jason Turnover. That's his new nickname.
Jason Turnover.
Jason Turnover. But yeah, they're gonna have to pay them dudes. They want to keep that together. For real, I'd try to trade Draymond Green if I was them.
You said what?
I would try to trade Draymond Green.
Oh,
keep Wiggins.
You don't understand how Golden State works. To suggest something like that, they don't win no championships in the future without him. They don't win no championships without him.
Going forward, I don't know.
They didn't win this championship without him.
That's true. That's facts. But I mean, I think going forward, you got a nice young core. Kuminga's coming. You got Wiseman coming. I mean, you can fill that gap with the rebounds.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole bring the ball up.
Yeah, I think the value of Draymond Green to that team is deeper than just what he do on the court. It's his mouth. He the backbone. He the heart of the team. And he the playmaker.
Guy. Yeah.
He a playmaker. He one of the best playmakers on the team, if not the playmaker on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't win none of them championships without the three of them. And then,
I agree, but you got to go forward at some point.
Years.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go forward at some point. They get no Steph 34.
You right.
Got a tiny window left.
They've earned it. I mean, didn't we learn anything from The Last Dance? Didn't we learn anything from The Last Dance, man? You let them boys ride it out till they can't walk no more. They earn that. They ride that all the way out to retirement.
Well, I guess you got to pay the cost to be the boss.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But, all right, comrade. 6858, the House bill. Yep.
I will check that out. Yep. I will check that out. He had an answer. I give him that. House Bill 5868. He was waiting on me. Yeah, can't trade Draymond. He don't know nothing about no damn basketball. I'm talking about trade Draymond Green. What's wrong with him? He don't know. He don't have no idea. That House bill is not going to offer immediate relief, and the environmental cost is too high. Yeah, when he said the people that was debating it, I'd have to see where it originates from. And I'm not even gonna trust but verify. I'm just gonna verify. let me go to the phones. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Ivy. This is your West Side Connection up bright and early out here on the left coast, the People's Republic of California. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Shout out to Black Russia. I'm gonna get in where I can fit in, Nate. This new desperate Democrat move by President Biden. You remember when I told you that it was the president's policies that directly affect the price of gas. Now, here we go again, Nate. Let me just run down a couple of...
It didn't make any sense when you said it. Yeah, I remember you saying that nonsense. It didn't make sense then, and it's not true today.
Well, it's making sense right now. If the president has no control over gas prices, why is he going to Congress to get them to raise to suspend the federal gas tax, which is 18 cents for July, August, and September? Just those 3 months. Now, let me tell you.
Your question almost invalidates the point you're about to make.
Oh, here we go. How you don't even know what point I'm getting ready to make?
But the way you set it up, it's like you're invalidating it, but go right ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm proving my point when I told you that the high gas prices that the American people are currently suffering under are a direct relationship and a direct response to the policies of the 46th president of the United States.
I think you,
first of all,
Sean Hannity.
Oh, here we go.
I think you and Sean Hannity are the only two people in America that actually believe that nonsense.
Okay, so again, Nate, today the president will speak to the American people and to Congress to get them to suspend the 18 cents per gallon. Now, let me tell you what's going on in 3 blue states across this country, Nate, that unless they lift their gas tax, this little puny 18 cents is not going to make a damn difference. When if it's the way you say, if the president has no control over gas prices, why the hell is he having this speech today? Now, in California, in addition to the 18-cent federal tax, there is a 55.2 cent state tax. Then you go to the beautiful state of New York, where the state tax is 45.8% in addition to the 18% federal. Then the largest state gas tax in America is the state of Pennsylvania, which is 58.7 cents per gallon in addition to the 18 cents. So again, Nate, if it's true, like you say, that the president has no control over gas prices, then why the hell is Sleepy Joe Biden giving a speech today to encourage Congress to lift the 18 cents when he should be going to the states and encouraging Governor Newsom, the governor of New York, and the governor of Pennsylvania to lift their high-ass gas tax? But it ain't gonna happen, Nate, and it may not even get through Congress. So again, Nate, I continue to prove my point about this current administration. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and it's been 16 months, going on 17 months, Nate. It is just too much time, because you just said it. You just said it before you took Black Russ's call, that you feel some kind of way when you put gas in that tank. And you remember back in the day. Nah, bro, you remember 17 months ago when the orange man was president and you was paying less than $3 a gallon for gas, even with the high-ass state gas tax. So again, Nate, I just get in where I could fit in, bro. And I just
you're such a hypocrite.
Me?
Yeah, man. I hate to I know every time you call in, man, it seems like I gotta correct my brother, man. Every time you call in, it seems like that. I don't know what you're doing differently, but
no, I know what you're doing differently.
What am I doing differently?
You are suffering from a mild case of drop derangement syndrome. You're suffering from the same effect that other people suffer from when they get a taste of this science. Because, see, Nate, you can't argue with facts, sir. You can argue with opinions, but you can't argue with the fact that the state of California, in addition to the 18-cent federal tax, they charge their citizens 55 cents a gallon.
Can I call bullshit?
Now, come on.
Brother, can I call bullshit?
You can,
I mean,
you
are
can,
we
I didn't
cool
even,
enough?
See, I didn't even look up Ohio.
Can I call a little bit of bullshit? Are you in a place
you can call
can you
all
take
you
that
want,
this morning?
sir, because it's a symptom of drop derangement. Go ahead.
I like it. That's cute. But you have completely invalidated your own argument with your question and the way you set it up. Didn't make any sense whatsoever. It's like you answered your own question. And then you talking all this stuff about red states and blue states. And I hear you talk so much about how the Democrats are bringing down the country and the states where Democrats are running things, but you live in California. You live in a blue state.
Okay.
And they must be doing something right.
What's wrong with living in California?
Ain't nothing wrong with living
when
in California.
I'm supposed to move,
all I'm saying though is
I'm supposed to
you choose to live in a blue state run by Democrats. So now you want to talk under me because you know I'm making a point. You choose to live in a blue state, right? We're governed by the rules and the laws, majority of Democrats. So it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad, bro. Because if it was that bad, you would have moved to a red state. I think I brought this up to you before, man. So I'm calling bullshit.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No,
Yeah,
you didn't. You heard something. You heard. No, you didn't. You got it from the Georgia piece. Girl from Atlanta said something about me on Twitter in the spaces that somebody brought up a brilliant point. It dropped. So angry with the Democrats. Why he live in the blue state?
You're right about this. So I did bring this up before. You're right.
No, you didn't. It was Daryl. It was the Peach Man. It was him, not you.
But no, you're right about that. And I did bring this up before. Right. So it ain't the first time you heard this.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense, sir. Because you're doing all this belly aching about Democrat policies and Democrats are creating the worst world ever, but you living in a blue state. So it can't be that bad.
You gotta Nate,
it can't be that bad.
Do you actually think that everybody who lives in a state that's not the party that they vote for, they're supposed to move?
I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about you, sir. I'm just talking about you. And then
so why me?
Somebody else wants to know.
Why should I have to move? Why should I have to move?
I didn't say you had to move. I'm just saying
yes,
it's very interesting
that
you choose to live in a blue state. And it's probably because of their policies. Nate? Like you getting that marijuana sent to your house, liberal policies. Yes. So stop it.
Yeah.
And then that's right. So you enjoy the liberal policies when they benefit you. Right. But when they don't benefit you, you want some black non-Democrat type shit. Hypocrite. But that's you. That's you. Can I ask you a question, sir? Somebody brought this up.
Beautiful state, Nate.
Yeah, I've heard it's a beautiful state. I hope to come to California. When I do, I want to come to your house. We can chill, or maybe we can go out. But listen, somebody wants to know what you think about the January 6th hearings and all of the lies and basically, treason shit that is coming out from your boy Trump and your party.
First of all, everything that's being discussed now, except for the beautiful production put on by this former TV executive. Other than that, everything that's been covered, like I said, other than the videotape interviews, was covered in Trump's second impeachment with 2 weeks to go before power would be transferred to Joe Biden. 2 weeks. And he was acquitted. So all this stuff came up again. And again, Nate, it is political theater. I get it. But as far as criminal charges, there will be no criminal charges from Merrick Garland. There will be no grand jury adjourned because of these January 6th hearings. The 800 people that have been charged who violated the laws down there on the Capitol, they will be prosecuted. And there are a couple of trials that are going to be coming up. Now, again, remember the trial of the men in Michigan who were tried for a plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan. They all were acquitted, Nate, or declared mistrials. The federal government lost that case because they had federal agents, basically undercover federal agents that were leading that plot. Now, again, January 6th,
what plot?
It's not the plot to kidnap and murder Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan. Look it up, Nate.
Yeah, you had undercover agents who had infiltrated these groups, and when they heard about what was happening, they turned their ass in. That's what undercover agents do.
The government, they lost the case. All those men were freed. They were let go, Nate. The government lost the case.
What's your point?
Just like my point is, January 6th is trying. Their intent is to get criminal charges brought against former President Trump, so he can't run again if he decides to in 2024. That was the reason for the impeachment 2 weeks before he left office. It was the same goal, and they thought they had a slam dunk case, but they didn't. He was acquitted for the second time. Now, again, the January 6th hearings are not over. I think it's going to be 2 more to go. So until it's over, we're not going to know what the results are. But as of right now, it's nothing but a circus. And the one question that I told you when this thing first started, I told you the one question everybody's going to want to ask: where was the protection from these maniacs that intelligence knew? They knew this shit was going to pop off, Nate. You can hear it in the January 6th interviews and the testimony. They all knew that this type of disruption was going to happen on the day that Pence read the electoral college votes. They knew it. But guess what happened, Nate? They turned down the president's request to have National Guard on the ready. Muriel Bowser, the mayor of D.C., and Nancy Pelosi and her sergeant at arms, who are in charge of security of the Capitol, they denied because they said of the optics, it would look bad.
I think you're missing the point, sir. So let me get you.
Guard. No, it's
you're
not.
Missing the point,
These
sir.
All facts,
I'm
Nate.
talking about all of the evidence that the guy that you voted for twice, Donald Trump, was trying to use the presidency to influence the election. He calling other Republicans. He calling Georgia election officials. He's calling Georgia election officials, trying to strong-arm them into finding votes and basically steal the election from Joe Biden and give it to him.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So you ain't said nothing about
that. Okay, so there were charges filed in Georgia for this so-called crime that the president committed. There's been no charges, no grand jury adjourned. New York City, God bless her soul, the attorney general who wants to be governor, the black lady, I can't remember her name, my bad. But she has not charged Trump with any crime. Nobody. Nate, you know as well as I do. This is not going to get charges against the former president. It's not. It's only to influence the Republican voter.
Yeah, but you're still missing the question. The question is, what does that say about Trump and your party, sir? It's not about, listen, you and I, let's not act like children.
How can you vote? How can you vote for
Drop, let's not act like children. You're being childish, sir. You're acting like a child. You're acting naive. Let's stop acting like not naive. We're old enough to understand that on some levels, when people do dirt and get wrong, they're really held accountable. It doesn't mean they didn't do anything wrong. They're just because of our system of injustice. Rarely are the people at the very top held accountable for their actions. I think that's what we're looking at right here with this whole January 6th thing. Because you had a lot of them people that was on the ground and they got jail time. But the question is, are some of these Republican elected officials, what role did they play? Are they going to be held accountable? Is Trump going to be held accountable? Like, I think it's clear to everybody, all you got to do is watch it, is whether charges come or not. Clearly, Trump was trying to subvert the will of the American public. And that's some traitor type shit off the top. Isn't that what you're picking up on here, or is this just politics?
No, you're right, because the president does have the bully pulpit. He does have a lot of influence. He is the president of the free world.
And he did try to steal the election from Joe Biden.
But see, Nate, you're talking about criminal activity. They thought that they would be able to prove the criminal activity in the second impeachment 2 weeks before power was to be transferred. But they didn't. He got acquitted, Nate. Okay, so here again, they're trying it again because they know their only hope is to influence that 75 million that voted in 2020. And the level of enthusiasm right now in the Republican Party in these primaries that are happening across the country. There were primaries, there were special elections yesterday.
I mean, if we're going to talk about this, can we put all the facts out here? Like, when you say he got acquitted,
please.
Please, sir. That's because there's two chambers of the House, the two chambers of Congress. In the House of Representatives, he didn't get acquitted. They voted to take it to the Senate.
No, Nate.
They
Nate,
voted to take it to the Senate.
Nate,
when he went to the Senate, pre-election, partisan,
oh my God,
Republicans still running it, it came down on a party vote. You know that, and I know that, brother. Please stop. You make it seem like there was a majority of bipartisan. No, that's not what happened. It came down to the numbers game. You know that, and I know that.
Nate, just like Nancy Pelosi, who brought the charges in the House, she knew the makeup of the Senate. She knew it. She knew that the impeachment trial would be held in the Senate, and the senators were the jurors. She knew this, Nate. She knew it. But see, she thought she could embarrass those Republicans, those 49 Republicans. She thought, the 50 Republicans, she thought she could influence at least 10 of them to charge and hold the president accountable for January 6th. But again, she calculated wrong. She was wrong, and like they're going to be wrong again, Nate. Come on, Nate. It is so obvious. It is so obvious. You're acting like you're smarter than Nancy Pelosi. She should know everything that you just said, but she did it anyway. With their grandstanding and their political theater, marching through the Capitol and shit like they knew he was going to be charged and leave office in disgrace. But no, he left office in disgrace because his plan didn't work, but he still left office. And they let the shit happen at the Capitol. They knew the place should have been protected. Trump tried to tell them, bring the guard in, Nancy Pelosi and Muriel Bowser, but they didn't. And they're not talking about that in this hearing. But the American people are asking that question, Nate. Why wasn't the Capitol and the Congress people, Mike Pence included, why weren't they protected, Nancy Pelosi? She's not answering that question. We're not getting her emails. But again, Nate, it's political theater. I get the sound bites. I don't watch it. And they're trying to exploit this black lady.
I can tell you don't watch it.
A poll worker. Huh?
I can tell you don't watch it. I can tell.
I don't really. I told you I watched the highlights, Nate.
Yeah,
I really don't have to.
That's fine. You watch it more than most people do. You watch it more than most people do. I give it to you. But I can tell that you are completely caught up with your allegiances to the Republican Party to the point where you can't even look at stuff objectively. You can't even see. You can't even see things objectively. I can hear that now from your responses. Right. But it's a lot of people like that, brother.
But see, you gloss over a lot of things, which I don't mind. You're the host of your show, and I'm just a caller. And I appreciate you giving me all this time to allow people to hear a different point of view, because you're not a political show, Nate. And like I said, in 2022, your show has evolved. So I get in where I can fit in. It's not like it used to be back in the day during the 4 years of Trump, where almost every day, even though you would say, I got to give it to you, Nate, even back then under Trump, you would always say, I don't want to talk about that shit every day. But you couldn't avoid it because Trump was such a volatile president that every single news outlet, every single podcast, every single sporting event, everybody.
You're right. He was a clown
about Trump.
And we tuned in to watch the circus. You're right.
Right. Exactly. So right now, again, people are seeing the contrast of how this country is responding to Joe Biden compared to the way they responded to Donald Trump. But the American people, Nate, American people can just think back 17 months ago when this type of stuff that's happening now was not happening, Nate. It just was not happening. So thanks for the time, Nate. And I can't wait to see who's going to have the audacity to follow this call. Drop Squad 52. Drop a silence to anyone, even the Georgia Peach. who wants to catch it. Peace out.
Is it even the Georgia peach? Okay. You had to throw that in there. I bet Drop has a life-size cutout of Donald Trump on the ceiling above his bed. I don't know. I don't know. But that man, he has drunk the Kool-Aid, and then they brought another pitcher. He drunk that one too. He is completely down the rabbit hole. Completely. He is drunk with his Trumpism. Trump can do no wrong in his mind. It's funny, like when the Republicans do something diabolical, like I don't know, try to bring down this sister that ran for Supreme Court judge who was nominated. Now she's on the Supreme Court. Belittle her, talk down to her, try to bring her down with demeaning questions and scenarios and things like that. He says that's just politics. When Joe Biden falls off his bike, that's indicative of how Democrat policies are bad for America. I see it now. But let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nate. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing well, Daryl.
I was calling in to bust his ass. So let's go through. I mean, you did some of it, but I don't know if you caught all of what he was saying because you were talking to him. He was talking so much nonsense. All right. I'm looking at an article right now. You can look it up on Google from CNN. Articles dated May 2nd, 2022. Grand jury selected in Fulton County probe of Trump election interference with a picture of Fannie Willis in her office with all the legal documents and boxes. It's on that's the article. That's on CNN. That's from the beginning of May. There has already been a grand jury convened down here for Trump based on the tape phone call, which was illegal. And who knows what else is going to go on. And there's probably things that are going on that are going to be part of evidence from the hearings in this case in Georgia. So that's number one, debunked. Number two, he keeps going back to Speaker Pelosi didn't have she didn't have the right protection, and Mayor DC Muriel Bowser didn't have the guard there to protect because they knew this event was going to happen. Right? All right. So let's look at it. The president has a joint chiefs of staff, which is over the military, correct? Under that, and I can't think of the position, you have a Secretary of Armed Services, I think. The Secretary of Armed Services is over the National Guard. We all know from basic civics drop, DC is not a state. Thus, they fall under the decisions of the federal government. Who is the head of the federal government at the time? Who was in charge of the federal government at the time to make that decision?
Who?
What's this? President Trump. So if
That's right.
command had,
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. Trump was still in office.
This is how it works. And if you can tell, like you said, he hasn't watched anything of relevance, even the clips, because I haven't been watching all of it. I just go back and look at the clips and the summary. So when you look at in DC, for them to enact the National Guard, just like in Maryland and Virginia, they had their National Guard on standby, ready to assist the DC National Guard, but they couldn't take action because the way the National Guard works, that state has to ask for the neighboring states to come in for assistance. That's how that works. I was in the armed services, and Drop should know this too. But I guess he's having a case of dementia or Alzheimer's, and he can't remember any damn thing. So in that situation, he delayed, meaning Trump delayed giving the command to the guy that I said that was under the guy that's under the Joint Chiefs of Staff to give the command to Mayor Bowser to say, okay, go ahead and send in the DC National Guard. Trump held it up. So Drop, so you just admitted they knew it was going to happen. Pelosi knew it was going to happen, but so did Trump. And because he knew it was going to happen, he delayed protection of the National Guard, the DC National Guard. Okay? So you just admitted guilt right there. Drop. So then, you know who made the decision to bring in the National Guard or to tell the, I can't think of that position in the military, but you know who made that decision for him to enact the DC National Guard? Mike Pence. Mike Pence did it, and that came out during the hearing. He made that decision, not Trump. What other nonsense did he say? Oh, and he's talking about the black lady, Miss Shea, her mother and her grandmother. Now Trump. Now listen to this, y'all. Drop is out here supporting people that would, if you have a grandmother that's still living, that went and tried to make a citizen's arrest on these two ladies, her mother and her grandmother. They were poll workers. They tried to make a citizen arrest on the grandmother, calling her house, ordering pizzas and sending her pizzas. Sending her pizzas to her house that she didn't order, and they were expecting her to pay for them. But Drop's going to protect that. What kind of Negro is this man? Yeah, I'm questioning your blackness. That could be any of our grandmothers or our mothers. What's wrong with this man? These people have received hate mail, threatening calls. They can't live in their house. They had to move. She says she's scared to go out in public and use her name because somebody might roll up on her. All because he wants to be the black mascot of white nationalism. What's wrong with you, brother? There's something seriously sick about you and brothers like you that still support Trump. And as far as I'm concerned, you just like him. You lie, you twist the facts, you twist the truth, and you're craven and cruel. And I didn't even have to cuss, brother. And I hope you take it. You should, yeah, you think it's giggly, ha ha, he. When somebody come after your mother, somebody come after your grandmother, somebody come after your daughter, Drop. It won't be so funny then, will it? That's all I got, Nate. I'm about to get worked up. Take care, brother.
All right, take it easy. He said he's about to get worked up. Damn. Thought he was already worked up. Drop it somewhere. He is loving this, man. He love it when we talk about him. Too Sweet Lawrence, and the list goes on and on. But you know the thing about Drop is that I've asked Drop, like, Drop, why you do this Republican shit? He keeps it real. He says my paycheck, my pockets, is economics. So he's got his reasons. Rack 'em, somebody says.
Go! Get to the chopper!
Rack 'em, good morning to you. Those three women, hold on, I just missed it. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. So, throughout the rest of the hearings, We want to, at least on our Facebook page, just help promote it and stream it just to make it as easy as possible. I know a lot of people forget that it's even on. I have found it to be very interesting, but I find these kind of things interesting. Like the 9/11 hearings, I was all over that shit. I was all over it. So I think it's interesting to hear the facts. There's been so much propaganda. First, we got to get to the facts. And again, I don't suspect that Donald Trump is going to be charged. I don't suspect that Donald Trump is ever going to jail for two reasons. Number one, it seems like America has a thing about charging former presidents. There's like a thing, even when there's a crime, like America don't like to do that because it makes America look bad. It's like you lose confidence in the dollar, you lose confidence in Americana. So I wonder is even if guilty on Democrat and Republican side, or Republican side especially, but even the Democrat side, I wonder how much energy there is to actually charge Donald Trump. Then secondly, Donald Trump is a creature of litigation. This shit he do right now. This ain't new. The whole display and all that shit we saw for 4 years, that was just Donald Trump. He didn't turn it on for the cameras. He's been like that. That's who he is. He's a creature of litigation. So he don't give a fuck about no lawsuits. He got some of the best lawyers that money can buy surrounding him, and a big old bag of money, and a lot of friends and contacts, a lot of influence. So I don't suspect that Donald Trump's going to be charged at all. To me, this is about, number one, telling people the truth about what really happened there. And I think they've done a really good job. Like, Donald Trump knew he was lying because he was told by all of his people, including family members, that it was some bullshit. And I'm talking about the big lie. But again, Donald Trump was ushered into politics with a lie, the birtherism. Show me your birth certificate. And he was ushered out of national politics with a lie. January 6th, stop the steal. That's just who he is. And I'm not criticizing. I'm not saying, oh, he's a bad guy. What I'm saying is, oh, what's this? Absolutely. Absolutely. I won't tell you what I just read that somebody wrote about drop. So I'm not trying to be like on some anti-Trump type shit. I'm just saying that you got to understand what we watched. That's just Trump. The narcissism, the me, the pettiness, the willing to get into the mud, the backroom deals, all taking credit for everything. That's just him. That's just him. And again, for the Democrats, see, we don't have to get super sophisticated and break all this shit all the way down. But if you're a Democrat strategist, and I'll say this again, they need to be investigating what that relationship is, because there's a reason why the Republican Party and members of the Republican Party have flocked to Trump. And it's deeper than just the fact that he say racist shit from time to time. It's deeper than that. He's satisfying something for them, even if it's emotional or psychological. Gosh darn sure ain't legislatively. It ain't about policy, right? But he satisfies something for them, or they wouldn't support him. But that's their job. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nate. How are you?
I'm doing great. Danita, what's up?
Hey, I'm in my car, so I hope you can hear me.
I can.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Okay. So I turned on the show kind of late. I turned on when Daryl was talking. I just want to say good morning to Daryl, and I agree with everything that he said. But I noticed you said that one reason Drop supports the Republican Party is because of his pockets. And I got to say that's absolutely false. Because Drop doesn't make enough unless there are some things that we don't know. Drop does not make enough to benefit from the Republican money. Republicans take care of the top 1%. And I would really, I think I could go out on a limb to say the Drop is not the top 1%. He's not getting the tax break that Donald Trump's tax incentives were made for. Yeah, we all took home more money on our check, but then on the back end, you still had to pay, so it didn't make sense. But the only people who benefited were corporations and the top 1%. So to sit here and say that he supports the Republican Party because of his pockets is false. And even before Trump, we all know, even back to Reaganomics, which the Republicans love, it's trickle-down economy, which does not benefit the middle class. It benefits the wealthy. Trickle-down economics does not even benefit the upper middle class. I mean, or am I missing something? Are you there, Nate?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Or am I missing something with economics? Because that's the way I remember it. Trickle-down economics does not benefit the average person. It benefits the wealthy.
That's my
and
perception of things as well.
So like I said, unless Drop just doing a whole lot better than what we know, he ain't benefiting from that. And that is my whole problem with the Republican Party as it stands now. It used to be that there were ideology differences between the Republicans and the Democrats. The Republicans used to be for small government, which, okay, you want states to really be able to regulate themselves. They were for more fiscal responsibility and didn't believe in social programs, which I don't believe in. Because you can't say that, you're the party of God and country when the first thing that God says is take care of the poor, but you don't want to take care of the least of them. But those used to be the differences between the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. But that's not what this new Republican Party stands for. It has nothing to do with conservatism. Conservatism is not racism for real. You know what I'm saying? So they have totally changed what the Republican Party stands for. So any decent, common person who was a conservative because of family values, small government, and fiscal responsibility, if you want to still support that mess, all you're really saying is that racism is okay with me, because that's what the new Republican Party is about. There's no way to deny it. There's no way to change it. It is all about racism. That's all I got, Nate.
All right, Denise, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Appreciate the flows. All I know, I just based off of what what Drop has said. He told me that. I asked him many times, like, why are you running so hard for these guys? It's my pockets, Nate. So Tara says, why are the Democrats so concerned with Trump? ? He is no longer the president. Y'all like a crazy ex. Let's move on. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but Trump is still a player on the national stage. I mean, he's still the undeniable leader, if you would like to say it, for lack of a better word, of the Republican Party. He's still endorsing candidates. He's still on the national stage. And then right now they're going through this January 6th investigation type stuff. So that's the reason why. I think the reason why they're trying to do this, I think they're trying to energize the Democrat base. They're not going to change anybody's mind. Like if you hardcore Trump, you hardcore Trump. It doesn't matter what anybody presents to you. There's nobody in the world that can convince them otherwise of that. It is what it is. Lock down. They lock down on a candidate. It is what it is. But you got some, there's an enthusiasm gap, potentially. You never know. Sometimes the media tries to set the stage and create the trend rather than report on the trend. But what's been reported is that there's an enthusiasm gap. Republicans are more enthusiastic than Democrats, which, you get that. Democrats, are running the White House. They're the party in power. So it is what it is. There's plenty of racist Democrats too, just saying. True about that, I'm sure. Absolutely. No doubt. Somebody said we got a troll in the house. I haven't seen it. Top flashlight security. Let me see. Money is a hell of a drug. Yes, it is. A hell of a motivator. Yes, it is. Timothy writes, if he's charged with certain crimes, then he won't be able to run for public office. Talking about Donald Trump. Potentially. I don't see it happening. I'd be very, 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 very surprised. I mean, you'll find some people that'll fall on a sword before they allow Donald Trump to go down like that. I just don't see it. I could be wrong about it. I say if you do the crime, you do the time. But it is what it is. Real quick before you roll out of here, have you seen this new Black fatherhood documentary from the folks over at Black Women Cultivating Change? They produced a documentary on Black fatherhood titled "Presence Over Presence." So presence, as in being in the life of your child, over presents, as in like what you get for a birthday or Christmas present, something like that. Yeah, I haven't watched it in entirety, but I did watch it, and I love the themes of it. Donald Jordan's a part of it, and it looks like a lot of good people got involved and supported what Ashley was doing. Um, Quote, "We knew we had a good idea, but we didn't know how others would respond." That's super dope. I love that. So I think that she's going to produce more of that kind of media. She produced that first documentary about about it was about, what was it, Black women and imposter syndrome. So it seems like that's going to be her wheelhouse moving forward. So I would invite you to go on YouTube and just go to Black Women Cultivating Change on YouTube and check it out. Check it out. I love it. I love anything that reinforces positivity with us, especially as being a Black man, especially with Black men. So in a world full of negative narratives, it was refreshing, in my opinion. That's just me. Again, you can find them on YouTube at Black Women Cultivating Change. All right, check them out. Black Women Cultivating Change. We heard from Mrs. Tanya Dumas. You can call her at 513-830-4206. And she's one of the founders of the Black Economic Empowerment Market. They kick off this Friday, and they endeavor to be the largest inner city outdoor flea market. And they got space available. You can get a table for $25. It's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday schedule between now and the end of October the 30th. Okay, so if you're interested, give her a call. If you're interested. What is this? Oh, okay. Also, Hamilton County Commissioner Alicia Reese is going to announce today that she's going to announce the Hamilton County's second annual Relief-a-thon to be held on Saturday, July 25th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Woodlawn Recreation Center. And if you're interested, I think they helped a lot of people last year. So again, that's going to be on Saturday, July 25th at the Woodlawn Recreation Center. It's the second annual Relief-a-thon, right, from Hamilton County Commissioners. So there it is. Share that information as much as possible, or to whoever you think might find it usable. Okay. All right. Good morning to you. Today's show is also brought to you in part by our friends over at Wing Champ, the undisputed champion of all wings. The website, 3Ws.originalwingchamp.com, is where you can check out the full menu. You can call ahead for order and also pick up. They are Black owned, and you can pick up your Creamalicious brand ice cream while you're there, so you can get it all at one shot. Good morning to you. Let me see. Back to this. Presence over presence. Is that directed to Herschel Walker and his 3 children that he didn't claim publicly until he was outed? Could be. It could be. Could be. Shit. 90% of that fatherhood game is just being there. It's just showing up. The 10% is like, paying for shit and driving them places, but it's just being there. But y'all know that. Y'all know. Brian writes, not true, Danita. Small government equals leeway for redlining and other racist policies that couldn't fly on a national level. Greg writes, neither party is taking care of the least of us. Neither party has forgiven student loans, expanded health care, proposed a minimum wage raise. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. You see, that's right, Nate. A fool is a fool. The troll is terrorist. Oh, I don't think a terrorist is a troll. Nah, he's just giving a different viewpoint. Let me see. TC is in and out. Good to see you. I don't know. Is Uncle Charlie Winburn going to partner with Wing Chance for his next political endeavor? I don't know, Brent. Maybe so. Maybe so. You're wrong for that. Oh, man. Hilarious. If you want to share your thoughts this morning, 513-873-7134. Hold on. Sister Iris just posted tonight at the Hirsch Recreation Center, more community dialogue with the CPD, SROs, recruitment and training. That's at 3 p.m. today. Thank you for sharing at the Hirsch Recreation Center. I love the work that you're doing. Appreciate you. What else is on my mind this morning? So we set the table for PG Sittenfeld. I think today we're going to start to get we're starting to get into the meat of it. So it'll be interesting what the oral arguments are and what comes out today. I did read that Kevin Flynn's going to be the first witness. He's going to talk about the way the government's supposed to work. So we shall see. We shall see. The man's a talker, but he's got a lot of information. So he'll set the table for the jury, and then it'll be interesting. That's all I can say, man. I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out. 6 p.m. tonight. Presence over Presence is a collaboration of Don Lee and Ashley Glass. Absolutely. Yep. They're doing great work together. 100% support them. I got a chance to watch that Martin reunion. Got a chance to watch the Martin reunion. And, I waste my money and my time so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. Okay. You don't have a lot of time. So I'm willing to do that for the team. But I came to you and I told you that Cat Williams special, World War III, is not worth your time. Don't press play. Believe me. However, I grew up watching Martin. That was from my era. Hold on one second here. Seems like that light is really intense. That's from my era. And I got to tell you that after watching that Martin reunion, especially if you're from that era, thumbs up 100%. I had forgotten all of the fun we had with that, man. Martin, that show was hilarious. They was fools, man. They did a very emotional tribute to Tommy, or the man who played Tommy. And overall, it was very entertaining. Very entertaining. You even got some musical guests that show up. I love the way they weaved it in. I thought it was really, really well done. I'd love to see them bring Martin back. I don't know if Martin Lawrence got it in him, but we've forgotten just how talented and funny Martin Lawrence is. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where he was making movies. He had some really funny movies. He was really good. He had what was the character where he's dressed up like a woman? He had a whole series of movies. There was a time when Martin was that dude. Very, very talented. So I thought it's definitely worth your time. So if you're looking for something to watch and you're in the mood for something like that, Big Mama Terrace, and you're in the mood for something like that, check it out. Brent writes, Nate, stop trying to take money off of Cat Williams' family's mouth by telling folks not to watch the Netflix special. You support dude likes dropping the soft mental, support Cat Williams. I'm just one guy just trying to tell my audience, what I think is a good usage of your time. Don't blame me, Brent. Blame Cat Williams. That World War III is trash. It's trash. And it's not good at all. You're not going to be laughing hysterically. I'm telling you that right now. So just get ready for it. You think I'm joking, don't you? Okay. Now, Martin, on the other hand, that Martin reunion, well worth your time. They're going to take you back, right, a few years, but you can have a lot of fun. It was hilarious. It has a few laugh out loud moments. So I'm sharing with you. I have watched the GOP try to attract more Black and Hispanic voters since the 1990s, if not earlier. There is white racism in both parties, but how is the GOP overt with it? They speak about individual rights and constitutionalism. What? Huh? Jamal writes, World War III was trash. Sounded like he paid off my liberals too many pandemic and COVID jokes. Right. It was not. And the wifey is more of a Cat Williams fan than I am. She was thoroughly unimpressed. I'm like, really? I thought she was heavy-handed with it. I'm like, really? Let me give it a little chance. She didn't even want to watch it. We was like 20 minutes in, she was like tapping out. I'm like, damn. So I was amazed it could be that not good. I was amazed it could be that not good. And he got paid for that. He got paid for that. I don't know. Garrett Morrison, Sean, the producer. I don't know, but it was hilarious though. That Martin is a fool. All those characters. I forgot about all the characters, man. He is a fool, man. Otis, this old security guard. Hilarious, man. Some people are just born to do certain things. That's all you can say. My friends, I got to make a move. I want you to have Cat Williams. Yeah, he all right. I thought the earlier stand-ups was really good, though. I thought it was really hilarious. I found myself laughing out loud. World War III, it's a war on. You just check it out. You just check it out and tell me, because I might be talking shit about it. And you watch it and be like, this is the best thing ever. But listen, folks, have an excellent rest of your day. I really appreciate you. I'll be back and hopefully better than ever tomorrow morning. I've asked Steve Gooden to come back on the show, so he'll chime back in with us on Thursday or Friday to give his perspective on the latest. I've reached out to a few other people as well, and we'll see what happens. I want to get the city's response and reaction to the trial and what that'll mean for us moving forward. Have an excellent rest of your day, my friends. All right. Wish you the well, wish you the best. And remember our motto. Winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. So stay focused and stay winning. And we'll talk real soon. Until next time, I'm Nate Ivy, and I'm out.